situationally aware vehicles sharing data aim to make local transportation free. I'm Tonya Hall for ZDNet and Tech Republic, and joining me is Kaan Gunay, co-founder and CEO of Firefly. Welcome, Kaan.
Thank you for having me on your show. I'm a big fan.
Well, let's get it right into what does Firefly do, and what prompted you to start the company?
Sure. So at Firefly, we're placing internet-connected screens. These are digital smart screens on top of taxis and rideshare vehicles, and thereby we serve location and time-based outdoor content. And at the same time, because we have these big boxes on top of cars, we are incorporating smart city sensors because we have no power constraint, we have no space constraint. So using these smart city sensors, we're able to collect smart city data and share that back to cities and municipalities.
Explain the technology behind being situationally aware.
Sure. So by situationally aware, what we mean is you can think of our displays the same way you could think of any other smartphone. So we have a SIM card inside it, we have Wi-Fi, we have GPS connectivity. So we know exactly the location of the display and the time of the day, as well as additional information that we gather from our smart city sensors, which we can utilize to give context to both the content that we display as well as the data that our screens generate. And I think you had asked me why we ended up starting the company, and the premise for that is I always had a very community first mentality, and I've always wanted to start a company that would actually help our communities and benefit our cities. And seeing how rideshare driver income had been compressing, and also seeing an opportunity where we could actually genuinely benefit our cities and the people that live within it, that really prompted us towards the current idea of Firefly.
So then, can your product make transportation more affordable to the masses?
Actually, our vision is to make transportation free for the masses. I believe one day transportation will be completely subsidized by something else, which we believe is going to be advertising. And I do believe that transportation is a basic human right, and we have a civic duty to actually do everything possible to completely subsidize that cost.
So then, who owns the devices when deployed, and how does someone buy time on the display?
So the displays are owned by Firefly. So the drivers, the rideshare drivers, the taxi drivers, the delivery drivers, the people that we work with, there's absolutely no upfront cost to them. So they come into one of our installation centers. It takes around like 15 minutes to install one of our displays. We have a nice area where they can relax, get free food, snacks, even play video games while the installation's happening. There's no damage to their car whatsoever. So they come to our installation center, they get a display, and as soon as they leave, there's no damage to their car. They can start making $300 extra income per month in the two markets that we're operating in right now.
How are connected cities using your platform? Is the data sharing two ways?
Yes, so currently we are working with the Coalition for Clean Air in California. So we have air pollution sensors built into our displays. And with those sensors, we're able to, on a street-by-street level, read the air quality and give that information back to cities. So you can imagine, people are saying rideshare is adding congestion and it is harming air quality. I believe through companies like Firefly, actually rideshare and those types of companies might one day be the complete solution to all air quality problems because we're able to read that. And imagine in a wildfire case, we can give the information around where the air quality is worse, where in real time, completely on a street-by-street level, and give that information back to the Coalition for Clean Air, for instance, and people can take action on it. Cities can plan where to plant trees, where to actually do something about congestion. And we want to pioneer, and we are pioneering all these efforts today. So we're sharing the air quality data We're also prototyping accelerometers. Using those accelerometers, we're able to detect locations of potholes, which we share with the Department of Public Works.
So what does the regulatory landscape look like right now? Is it favorable towards your platform, and do you see that changing anytime soon?
I mean, at the end of the day, the reason we started this was to actually help primarily disadvantaged minorities, which are a lot of these drivers that we're working with. And like we're adding 20% income directly in their pockets, directly in the taxi driver pockets, directly in the pockets of these rideshare drivers. And two, we are benefiting the cities in terms of sharing data. So we have had, like, given our community first mentality and or focus on making sure cities are a better place to live in, we have had great reception from most parties that we have been working with.
I can easily see an opportunity and a benefit to sharing data with cities for the greater good, but how do you protect the privacy of the drivers and the occupants of the vehicles that support your displays?
So privacy is an utmost concern for us. We are not collecting any information on the people that are occupying the vehicle at any time, as well as any other personal information from anyone. So we are not like endangering anyone's privacy in any way whatsoever.
All right. Kaan Gunay, co-founder and CEO of Firefly. Thanks for shedding some light on the work that you're doing. If somebody wants to connect with you, how can they do that?
Sure, they can find me on Twitter, or they can go on our website, which is fireflyon.com, fireflyon.com.
Sounds good. And if you guys want to find more of my interviews, you can do that right here on ZDNet or Tech Republic, or go to my website, tonyahall.net. I've got links to all my social sites. Thanks for watching.